Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS BizTools. Welcome to this overview of Business Plus newsletter, edition 252 for April 2025. As always, I'd suggest that you read this material before you send it out to your clients, and then you could make a note as to which of your clients you think might be interested in the various subject matters, and then follow them up 3 or 4 days later and ask them if they'd like to have a conversation with you. And that way you can find out what your clients really want, and you can be conveying to your clients a very important message that your accountancy firm is able to supply a wide range of advisory services to assist them to run better businesses, to survive the challenges that are in the marketplace at present. And there's plenty of them, isn't there? So the first article we have is thinking about purchasing a business. We have an overview in the newsletter that encourages your clients to think very seriously about going into business. You have other articles within the papers within ESS BizTools that you could send to those clients. I've particularly highlighted 3 important issues that were highlighted in the MYOB review of 1,000 of their clients and their business journey, particularly relating to the treatment of debtors. Well, I probably should have said the non-treatment of debtors, because many of them didn't seem to understand the debtors process. The second one was not understanding the need to get confirmation in writing from a supplier that they wish to deal with as to what their terms of trade will be. Many of them apparently found to their horror that they weren't offered 30-day terms when they placed their order. They were asked for cash up front. And you can imagine that that had a significant effect on their cash flow forecast, because it would appear that they'd slotted in that they would be able to utilise 30-day payment terms. And the third item which we've covered in here is making sure they're aware of their commitments to the taxation office for tax deducted from their employees' wages, GST, and superannuation payments. All have to get made throughout the year. And because they misunderstood debtors and thought everyone would pay them within 30 days, and obviously they didn't, misunderstood their suppliers' arrangements, thought they would have 30-day payment terms, and a lot of them didn't have any because the suppliers wanted cash up front. And that meant that they were short on money and basically were ignoring the commitments to the tax office, or the tax office might have allowed that to occur during the COVID crisis, but they don't do that any longer. So that's part of the message we're trying to convey to people, to think seriously. We are encouraging them to be talking to you about the preparation of the business plan and the predictive accounting reports. Very important, so that they get off on a sound basis. Our next article is, are you planning to sell your business? There are people selling businesses all the time. And we have got some comments there. There's obviously papers within the library of resources that you've got available as a subscriber to ESS BizTools to send to your clients. But the purpose of these articles is to alert your clients that you can help them on these issues. So we're talking about their business systems and the preparation for a sale. It's not a matter of waking up this morning and saying, geez, we'll sell our business, we'll ring a broker and we'll see what happens. I think there's a lot more preparation required if they want to get the best possible price. So hopefully that will help you. So have you thought of any clients at this stage on those first 2 articles that you could be noting? And because we're looking at people buying businesses, we've included sole traders, and next month we'll do partnerships and so on. whereby we give a brief overview of these different type of entities that SMEs can use, just to keep them informed. And lifetime value of a customer. Unfortunately, I don't think enough people think about that very issue. What is the lifetime value of a customer? If you can make the right relationship and then continue to supply ongoing training or briefing material or functions with a business, do you then stretch that relationship out for 7, 10, 20, 30 years? Some businesses do, and they do it very successfully. So there's a brief article about the lifetime value of a customer, and there's papers within the library that you've got access to that also have those papers. And the director's role in a small, medium-sized business. I've broken this down into a couple of parts. And it's a introduction to the director's duties. We've got a lot of clients who are operating companies. They do need to understand the rules and regulations and legislation pertaining to directors. And hopefully these notes will make them alert to this, and hopefully they'll come and talk to you, because we're saying if you would like to discuss any of these issues, please contact the accountant within our firm that you normally deal with. And then we're looking at corporate governance and risks. It goes hand in hand, doesn't it, with directors' duties. But corporate governance covers a lot of issues, and it's not only for companies. I've said there it applies to charities, churches, sporting, cultural organisations, just about every type of organisation, probably outside the family unit, has got corporate governance. And some could argue, so do family units have a requirement for corporate governance. But I'll leave that to you and your families to sort out. So hopefully this will trigger some reaction from clients who will want to come and talk to you and ask you to give them further advice in these areas. And hopefully what we're achieving is that you are communicating to your clients and prospects that your firm is able to supply a wide range of services, as well as taxation advice and taxation return preparation. Thanks for your support of ESS BizTools. I look forward to talking to you again in the monthly update on Business Plus in the second week of May. May I take this opportunity to wish you a good Easter break and school holidays if you've got children and you're going off on holidays with them. And we'll talk to you again in May. Stay safe. Have a great time. Goodbye.